Hello, this is Nemesis with another review. This is Transformers The Last Knight Deluxe Class Barricade from the Premier Edition line. I guess, yeah, the Premier Edition version. And, well, yeah, it's deluxe, and it looks like a, well, Mustang, although I think it's a Saline, but whatever. And it rolls. It's a police Mustang. You know, got a little Decepticon badge there, and says in tiny text, "Punish and enslave," just like the original. Yeah. So looks like instead of black like the old ones, it's more of a very dark blue with a bit of black here on the hood, and he has his little guns right there. He also basically comes with just his instructions. Which one thing I will say, real quick, over the Titans Return line, you'll see that that's a lot clearer to me than the Titans Return instructions. Titans Return have, the problem is dark gray on dark gray, and there's a light gray background, which really helps break things up, so it's a little easier to see what they're trying to get you to do. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, it rolls well, it's got pinned wheels, decent paint, clear windshield and stuff. I mean, that's one thing the movie line has always been good at, which is looking like the real car. I think this is the big thing here, is just a kind of a little bit of lack of paint back here and whatnot, but it looks overall, I mean, remove that, there you go. You can kind of, the only thing right there is you can see right through that, but I think that's what it's supposed to cover, but that's one of his weapons. Put that off to the side for now, so we can actually transform this guy. And yeah, you can also see the robot underneath there. And you can see two more weapons right here, and the thing is, well, those can actually stay on to the entire transformation. And then you transform him, you pop on each side, you pop the doors out like that, and then it'll take the whole, kind of the whole top of the car with it. It pegs in back here, and these little tabs and whatnot. Just kind of lift the whole thing up. Sometimes you get a little caught on stuff as you're pulling up it. You just lift that whole thing up. You take the back half and split it apart and rotate. And this is where the baton here can get a little caught, but yeah, you can rotate it, and then you take the feet and both fold them down. And when you do so, also take the rear half of the car and fold those out, because if you don't, it's gonna stand funny. So make sure to do that so it's like that, so then he can stand. Then we can move this up a bit. And from there, you want to split these off if they haven't already split off. The sides of the front panels of the car here, you want to split those off. And these arms are tabbed in the sides right here. You want to take that and take them out, and then move that whole armature up. Click them forward once. That's the thing. These are on these weird ratchets, which, yeah, you're supposed to click them back. That's one thing it's easy to forget. When you fold them back for car mode, click them back once. Then when you're going back to robot mode, click them forward. Move them down, and move these up. Move the tires and panels up. Rotate at the bicep inward, and then rotate the fists. And then you fold that down, and you take this whole thing, you take the doors, slide them down, and then this whole flattens up and pegs into itself like that as his backpack, and you more or less have Barricade in his robot mode. And yeah, it's Barricade, I guess. I bought this because it looked pretty good in several of the pictures and reviews I've seen of this guy, but having him in hand, I'm not really super thrilled with him. I think my problem is he kind of looks a little too stocky for who he is supposed to be. I just feel like he's a little, yeah, he feels like he's too stumpy. Like, it feels like someone squished him down. And I'm not sure I like that. Another thing is, this doesn't really click in or tab in or anything. It just kind of frictions on a little bit right here in the front, but it's real easy to accidentally just pop it up when you're like moving the arms or something. I mean, it's okay. It's got the kind of movie look, but I don't know. And also the arms curl inward, though. I think gorilla arms. Other than that, it's like, I mean, one thing is nice is here on the fists, if I can zoom in on that. Yeah, on the fists, you know, there's little Knuckles, you know, this one says serve, and this one says protect. It's like, oh, yeah. Commentary, I guess. Well, even though he's like this since the first movie 10 years ago. But, yeah, I mean... Right? Oh, yeah, mine also has a bit of a weird scuff right here on the windshield. But, yeah, articulation-wise, he's got a head on a ball joint so he can look left and right. He can tilt side to side a little bit and look up and down a tiny, tiny bit. Arms can move forward and back, outward. These don't really, surprisingly, these do not get in the way too much unless you're trying to, in which case, yeah, don't do that. Elbows can move 90 degrees. You got the bicep swivel, which you saw from Transformation. He also has a wrist swivel, which is nice, although it's an angle. No waist swivel whatsoever, because of this pegs in back here, because the backpack pegs in. There's no waist swivel, which is unfortunate, although I think there is no real reason not to have it, I guess, but unfortunately, yeah, it seems to be the first thing they sacrifice anymore. Legs move forward. They can't really move back because of the backpack too far, but if you get the backpack out of the way, then yeah, they can move back, but then you have a really silly looking backpack. It's got thigh swivels. Knees bend about 90 degrees, and his feet can do that, but that's not really helpful for anything. And of course, weapons, you've probably seen them. They're right there. There's this thing, which was on the back of his car, kind of tabs in the back of his arm. Oops. Tabs in the back of his arm, right here. It's a very loose connection. Tabs in. If I can line up. There we go. Tabs in, then wraps around. Mine isn't super tight. I mean, it holds, but you can see there's a bit of a gap there. He also has two other weapons, including his baton, which he can hold in multiple ways. I'm going to get this out of the way. You can hold it, you know, like this, or you can, you know, I guess, undersling it like that. So, yeah, you can hold it multiple ways, and he's got a pistol. And it's nice they both tab on. They can both stay on for the vehicle and robot mode. They can stay on through the whole thing, but you can remove them if they get in the way, which they can. The baton in particular can do. But yeah, he can hold both, and of course the chain gun thing can peg on either arm. Doesn't really matter too much which one, and he can still peg it on while using the weapons, or for the most part, if you're using a baton like this, you can't. But yeah, so 3 weapons. You got choices. He's decent. Pose a little bit. I'm not as thrilled with him as I thought it would be. I thought I would like him more than I do. I'm not really super into him. So, I mean, he's all right. The thing is, he's $20 unless you go to certain stores right now, which have him cheaper, or you can price match those stores. But I don't know. I'm just not like feeling it really. I thought I'd like him more, and he's just kind of okay there. I just think the proportions are really weird on this guy, so I'm not really super into him and whatnot. I'm kind of disappointed, actually, that I bought him, but and especially for $20 and stuff. So, I guess if you really like the movie line or something, fine. But this is weird in that I've had toys before where like they look better in person than they do in photographs, and I think this is the first time I had one that goes the opposite. I've seen a lot of photos that make this guy look really good, and then now I have him in hand. It's like, oh. It's just something about him that rubs me the wrong way, and it's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, that's the new Barricade from the new Last Night line that's been hitting stores. So I hope this has been helpful. Sorry I don't like it, but yeah, that's that. I'll see you next time.